stopping by. I'd like to preface this video by saying it is not a knitting tutorial, but it means to have something playing in the background while you work on your own knitting project. If you're like me and really enjoy having something on while you work, sometimes the content you like is very visually engaging and you're several hours in and haven't gotten nearly as far along in your project as you would have liked to. So that's where I come in. If you're new here, welcome. And if you're returning, welcome back. You may be able to hear my dear sweet baby girl Kabu letting me know that she has caught her favorite fuzzy cactus toy and has relocated it oh so slightly somewhere downstairs. She's been hunting it pretty much all day, which really is just her picking it up and dropping it like 3 feet away from where it was originally sitting, and then she meows and meows to let us know she is a triumphant huntress, and then we give her praise. But she is on the other side of the bedroom door now, and you don't feel too bad about it. She's very much used to this song and dance procedure where anytime her human is somewhere outside of her sight lines, it's an opportunity for her to hunt and then catch a prey and sing her song of victory. So she always does it anytime I am just, in the bathroom for longer than she would like, in the bedroom with the door closed, in the kitchen with the door closed, doing laundry, anywhere where she can't get to me, she will go hunting and then catch her toy, sing her song. It never fails. But anyway, what is good and what is new with you? Happy Monday. Today is the day that you see this. She will actually be at the vet getting her dental. So today is going to be a good day for me. So I know she has good squeaky clean teeth for a while. And when the vet she had her annual not too long ago, and the vet said, she has, a little bit of plaque tartar, mild gingivitis, but nothing major. So she's pretty confident she doesn't need to do anything crazy in there, and I'm hoping so as well. So the day that I'm filming this, which is Sunday evening, it's about, 4:30? Yeah, 4:34. I can't give her anything after 10 p.m., and that includes Koji because they share an eating area, so both she and Koji cannot have any food after 10. So after I'm done filming this video and Wednesday's video, I'm going to give them a little extra wet food just to tide them over. So I know they're going to be used to their routine of having dinner late. I like to feed them closer to bedtime so that they're occupied while I'm sleeping, but I know they're going to be like, hey, I know you just fed us, but where's our kibble right now? And I'm going to be like, sorry, you got to wait till tomorrow. But they're not going to understand that, so I'm just going to hear them. Usually they stop meowing after a while, but anytime they think that somebody's getting up to get them food, then they start up again. So it's kind of like this little song and dance game that we play where any moment you get up and they know it's close to dinner time or around dinner time, even if they've already had food, they will try to lead you to the kitchen because they know that's where the food is, so they go that way. So hopefully with a little bit more wet food tonight, their tummies will be nice and full, and they might not be as inclined to bother us after 10 when we put the food away. They can have water all night. It's just food that they can't have because Kabu will have to be put under anesthesia, and to avoid any complications, they want to make sure the stomach is empty for her procedure. But yes, what's new besides that, which I told you guys about that last week, but another new thing is I took the initiative and looked at the little memo that I got from the mail, the post office, telling everybody when to expect items to arrive to people who they ship to based on the shipping rates, you know, if you do first class or priority or express and what the deadlines are. And to send packages first class and get there before or by Christmas, it's this Friday. So at the end of the week, if I want to send anything first class, I need to have it packaged and picked up and ready on the 18th. Because today, the day you see this is the 14th of December. And you can see I'm still working on a sock for my cousin's son. And we have about an inch left before I can start decreasing. And if you remember from last Friday, I was working on the first sock of my brother. And I am still where I left off with you guys. Because I looked at this one and I'm like, you know what? This is a teeny tiny yarn. It's going to take me a lot longer to get to where I need to be for this one. And I'm already at sock 2. So worst comes to worst, I will not have 2 socks done for my brother, nor 1 sock. And I will just have to buy him something and be like, sorry, bro. I couldn't. I had to make sure everybody else had their stuff by the deadline. Now, that's just first class. But first class is also the cheapest rate to go in the United States if you want to send anything. It's slowest and it's the cheapest. I mean, it's slowest depending on where you live. But regionally, because I'm in the Midwest and my family is on the West Coast, it will be the cheapest and the slowest for me. And I have never, ever made it to a point where I could send something just plain old first class for holiday and it get to my family. I have always had to go priority mail because I always had it ready by the last minute, and I am pushing to make sure I can try to do first class. So, with that being said, due to some of the issues I've had recording previously, I'm only going to do 2 videos tonight to save myself the drama of potentially having exceeded the memory on my phone before I could actually transfer the files to my computer to do the editing. And it's just a whole process of getting everything extracted and then clearing the files and making sure they're in a safe space or safe place, and then coming back upstairs and setting up again to film the remainder of the videos for the week. So today and for Wednesday's video, which will be filmed shortly after this one, I will also announce that there may not be a video on Friday. And if there is, I'm hoping it's just an update to show you guys all of the socks. Final stage ready to go, because I am off on Friday again, so that means I should be able to get to the post office early if I am done. So this video for Friday may come to you as a recording from Thursday night / Thursday afternoon, depending on how my day looks. If I have a chance to get away from my work to film a little bit, I would love to show you guys everything in natural light, not this yellow tinged LED that's in my bedroom, and just show you guys everything that I have knit for my family to meal off. Now for my partner, they finally asked me yesterday, what do we want to do for my family? AKA, what do you think we should do to give my mom and dad? Because I have no idea. And I said, I left it. I gave them a chance. I said, well, what do you think we should do? What do you think they want? Did they say that they need anything? I know they've downsized because they gave us all your stuff. Is there anything they need to help them move or anything? And they're like, I don't know. I don't think so. I'm like, well, have you asked? And they're like, no. I'm like, okay. And I know that I know at some point my partner's mom was more or less on, not like a health kick, but just trying to kind of get in better mindset with food and, you know, what they eat and when they go out, but apparently that hasn't been the case. They've been eating out a lot, as in like ordering takeout a lot, picking up food a lot, because they're in Texas and I don't think they can dine in, and I don't think they are the type of people that want to at this point either, because they're of age, they are of a vulnerable community with different health issues, so I don't think they would want to risk it. My partner's dad has sleep apnea and pre-diabetes and like all this other stuff, so it's like probably not the best interest for him to be exposing himself to anyone who might have COVID, especially in Hootin' Tootin', Texas, where they're a little bit, especially their area is a little bit more anti-mask than some other places, so you never know. But I thought it would be a good idea to get them a gift card to one of those food delivery services. I mean, if it's more or less that they don't want to go out to the store, they don't use Instacart or anything like that to have their food delivered, and they prefer to go to the store to pick up the food, but it's just the two of them, kind of like my partner and I, but I don't mind using home delivery service. It's not always the best, as you guys may have remembered me talking about before, but I'm thinking, you know, if we get them a gift card, then I know, well, my partner's dad is the pickiest of eaters. If you think you've met a 2-year-old that only wants to eat like chicken nuggets and french fries every day, this man is like the grown-up version of that. He is so picky, so unadventurous, and like everything is just too much for him. So he's very, 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 very finicky eater. And, you know, a lot of some of the food delivery, like prep meal kit thingies, like pre-made meals, you prep them, they give you like all the stuff and you make it yourself, but it's like a menu that's already picked out, with the right portions and everything. A lot of it is like traditional American with a twist kind of a thing, so he may not want that. But I did email this one service called Dinnerly because I was curious if they offered gift cards. I didn't see it anywhere on their site, so they probably don't, and I looked at their FAQ to see if they had any vouchers for like just a sample. Like, you know, you just want a week's worth of food. You don't want a subscription. You just want to try it because you're giving it as a gift and you don't want them to have to commit to it. But they're like, hey, here you go. Here's a way to try something, and see if they had something like that. But I only emailed them Saturday night, so I don't know if I'll hear from them by the time you see this video. I'm hoping, and I'm not anticipating that they're going to give me an answer that I want. But their menu is the most, like, traditional looking, safe, normal, like, American stuff that he would want to eat, or he would be able to eat. But I looked at, like, Home Chef, and HelloFresh. A lot of YouTubers that I watch have been promoting HelloFresh in it, so it's kind of like stuck in my head now. And they have gift cards there, and they have gift cards at Home Chef. But I told my partner to look at what the menus are for the next few weeks and see if some of the things on the menu look like things that their dad would eat or be able to eat, you know, minus maybe taking a few toppings off or not eating one of the sides instead. But I know his mom will eat more stuff than the dad, but we'll see. Otherwise, my partner has no idea what to get them, hasn't really talked to them about what they want or need, and every time they've left it up to me to get them something, I have thought of really creative ideas, but I don't think they've been all that interested. For instance, well, okay, so the blanket that I knit for them, I think they're using that, though I haven't heard. Before that, I got them tea and mugs, and I got them like very safe tea. Like, I know they drink chamomile tea. I got them like a nice black tea, and I think like a English breakfast or something safe like that. So they drink a lot of tea, and got them some mugs, so they had mugs to drink the tea out of. And I bought it from a company that is not in their area, so it's not like something they could just get anywhere they want. They'd have to buy it online, or they'd have to be in our region to get it. So, it's like a little slice of, hey, remember what it was like living in the Midwest? Here's a company that you have some tea from that is just like home. And before that, I got, because my partner's dad really likes popcorn, so I got them this popcorn maker for home. So you make your own popcorn, and I got them the same butter maker that I have that I also bought my brother, because I'm like, you can make your own butter and put it on your own homemade popcorn. So there you go. You don't have to buy, the packages. You have this fun little activity you can do and have all the popcorn you want, and it's better because you're just popping it in this silicone thing, and you don't even have to add oil and all that stuff. So perfect. It's like steam popcorn, and I don't think they've used that. And before that, I got them this custom stamp with their last name and their address, so that, when they mail off letters and things, they could just use the stamp instead of having to write out their name every time, or buying a lot of those little stickers with your name on them, those address labels that people buy. I'm like, here's a stamp. It's better for the environment because you're only using the ink. You have a rubber stamp. You don't have to waste sticker production or buy stickers all the time. You just have the one stamp that's free because it was a gift, and you use it and use it and use it. And, if you ever run out of ink, you could always buy another cartridge to add, but, that lasts way longer than continuing to buy these stickers. And at that point, they had lived in the home they have now for quite a while, so they were already established as living there enough that they would get plenty of use out of their stamp, because I think for a very long time, they were still at least like mailing out bills and paying things with check and all that stuff. So I'm like, oh. And then they mail us stuff every now and then, and write, letters and things and greeting cards. I'm like, oh, perfect. So they definitely had plenty of time to use their address label stamp, or the address stamp, and I don't think they've used that. So I'm like, I don't know. It's hard to get them stuff because I always think of like things, as you know, gift giving is my love language. That's how I express how I care, by providing something for somebody, whether it be a gift or cooking, baking for them. But I love to buy something for you and give it to you as a gift. And it's just hard when you have ideas of things that would be useful, things that they could use, but then they don't use them. So I'm like, I don't know what to do. I mean, that gift card I feel like is better than buying them a gift card to a restaurant, because, if that restaurant closes or something, they're going to have a hard time going. And, we don't know what the state of the situation will be for them for the next while as in months, until the vaccines have been properly distributed yet. And another new thing, I guess, is that my partner, I have registered my partner and I up to receive the vaccine as soon as we are able to. Our places of work are part of like maybe tier 3 of who would need to be vaccinated. So we're just waiting to hear back from our county if we can when we can, schedule appointments to get vaccinated. For that, I'm looking forward to that. I just want to be prepared and protected and not have to be dealing with these knuckleheads that don't think anything's serious. And I'd rather just make sure that I'm good so that when I go out, even if I have my mask on, I know that my chances of getting it or spreading it are so slim if I already have the right antibodies in my system to defend against it if I do encounter it at some point. And it'll just be like when I get the flu shot every year, and it'll be whatever I have to do every year. If it's an every year thing, if it's like tetanus and it's like once every 5 to 10, whatever, I'll be ready. I heard that the side effects are kind of awful, but I'd rather have, a day or two where I'm just home sick versus 2 weeks in intensive care or dead, I'm not sure how my body would react if I had COVID. And if I have had it already, did I even notice? Was I particularly under the weather one day? Did I only exhibit some symptoms? I mean, my health is here and there all the time where, I might wake up, have a horrible headache or upset stomach, and it could have been something I ate, some combination of things I ate, just how I'm feeling with all of my anxiety and depression, like just making me physically ill, which does happen sometimes, and you never know. So I'd rather have the vaccination so I don't have to guess anymore. But those are the new things with me. Did I tell you guys already? I am about 1.5 inches away until I can start decreasing for the toe here. Maybe I did not tell you. I did take a measure before I started filming, and I was at 6.5 inches, and I need to be at 8. So we have a ways to go with this teeny tiny yarn, but that is where we are. So I'll cut this video short just to make sure that I don't run over my time. I did not pull a topic out of the bag today, but most of the updates are just letting you know that I won't have anything on Friday, but if I do, it's going to be socks. An update of all the socks. And if I don't, that means I'm scrambling still to make them finished, and I really don't want to show you guys anything until I know that everything is done and safe, because I am down to the wire now, and the next few days are just going to be me working on the last 2 socks, or 2.5, depending on how you look at it. I have 1 full sock to finish, and 2 to make my way through to the toe, which I'm about halfway through to each one. So, wish me luck. I'll check in with you and let you know what's up, but other than that, there might just be 2 videos this week with some updates next Monday on what happened. But I will see you for Wednesday. Thank you for watching. Bye.